This week I'm heading to Paris to celebrate my lovely fiance's birthday, and I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to bring my new suitcase, the Carl Friedrik Carry-On X. If you haven't heard of Carl Friedrik, they're a London-based company that makes luxury bags, luggage, and lifestyle products. I've had my eyes on their suitcases for a while now, so I'm super excited to give it a run for its money. So let's pack it. So my first essential for packing is a t-shirt, and I kind of like to fold it the Marie Kondo way. Basically, folding it in three and then in three again. Saves on space. To hold my t-shirts and other items of luggage, I love using packing cubes, and the Peak Design one is my choice. I'll be going away for a few days, so 3 t-shirts and a smart t-shirt is all I need. The great thing about the Peak Design packing cubes is that they're expandable and also compressible. After shirts, it's time for underwear and socks, and I always pack a spare because accidents happen. And depending on the trip, I'll pack a pair of smart shoes. And as you'll notice, this suitcase is beautiful. Look at it! My first and favourite thing about the suitcase is the locking and unlocking mechanism. It's 2 lockable clasps that make a really satisfying sound. With all my packing cubes packed, they just slide in to the suitcase seamlessly. It's very satisfying. Almost forgot to mention, I use a Peak Design wash bag as well, which is at the back there. The other side of the suitcase has this sort of divider. It can go on either side. It's just useful for documents or holding loose items in. On the other side, there's room for my shoes, a jacket, and if you're feeling a bit cheeky, a bottle of champagne. At the front of the suitcase, there's a useful front pocket where you can put a laptop. There's also room for a notepad and maybe a few pens and some essentials. And then we were off to Paris. We had a little picnic on the Eurostar, and when we arrived, our Airbnb was just a short walk from the station. We had a cute little Airbnb in Canal Saint-Martin, and the suitcase was right at home. One thing you should know about me and my fiance is that we both love food. So much of our holidays are oriented around food. So here are some of the highlights. Around where we were staying, there was a delicious brunch place called Princess that did indulgent, greasy brunches. Yum. Also around the corner was a delicious bakery that did pretty good coffee too. For lunch and dinner, my favourites were Bakerby, which did delicious sausages and mash, L'Escargot, and had a lovely wine menu. And for dinner, Le Canaille Pigalle, which might just be my favourite restaurant in a very long time. I had this delicious velouté, but the real star of the show was the duck pie. The pastry was beautifully crispy, and the duck was cooked perfectly. Chef's kiss. And finally, the original smashed burger, Dumbo. This was really delicious, just a simple, good burger. Now, on to bars. Harry's Bar is a classic, apparently the birthplace of Bloody Mary. And they also do nice hot dogs. Next up, Little Red Door, which is a very cozy, chic bar, which also has quite creative cocktails and a nice, buzzing atmosphere. Now, probably my favourite bar of the trip was Bar Nouveau, which was a small bar with a very friendly bartender and delicious cocktails. And finally, Danico, which wins the award for creating a cocktail that tastes like butter chicken. Outside of food and drink, we just wandered around Paris. We didn't feel any inclination to visit the tourist spots, as we've already been to Paris a few times. Saying that, we did stumble past Notre Dame, so had to take a picture or two. We also found a lovely food market and a few shopping arcades. And before you know it, the trip was coming to an end. Well, we're back from Paris and we had such a lovely time eating, drinking and exploring. And I certainly have some opinions to share about this guy. First thing I love is the leather accents on the suitcase. I think it really elevates the overall look, along with the silver casing. The locking system is really something special. And I don't think I would want to go back to anything using zips. And the clicking sound it makes is so nice. There's not much to say about the handle, other than it works well. And something you'll notice about this suitcase, as soon as you take it outside, is how smooth the wheels are. This is the smoothest rolling suitcase I have ever used. It's so good. The front pocket has enough room for my 14-inch MacBook Pro, and I think it would fit a 16-inch one. The pocket makes it convenient to take your laptop out for security. For better and for worse, the laptop compartment does share some space with the main compartment, which means if your suitcase is very full, it's hard to take your laptop in and out. There's also a few pockets for accessories, which I'm personally not going to use. I'm not a fan of the divider, as it's a little finicky to hook up to the main straps. Speaking of the straps, they have a simple fastening system which works quite well to compress your clothes nicely. The layout of the suitcase is simple, not too many bells and whistles, which I personally like because I'm just using packing cubes anyway. One con with hard shell suitcases is that they don't stretch, so space is a bit more confined. But if you're not using the front pocket, you do get a little bit more space. So that's everything for now, but if you have any questions about any of the places we went to, any questions about the suitcase, then just let me know in the comments below.